pressure of that education. And I'm really in my shit and I ain't fucking playing. Bow down to a nigga shirt. Really in my AM, we ain't fucking playing. Getting hella money, I ain't fucking chasing. We ain't fucking blazing. Hey, what's good? What's good? Like, shoot. What's good? What's good? How you doing? I wasn't ready to really start. I'm trying to load this board real quick. That was a good one though. That was a good one for sure. Man, just like the rest of the niggas, it's just short as fuck. How it's gonna be good, but it's gonna be short as fuck. Yeah. Shout out to that nigga, top floor motherfucking boss. Shit, on God. Shout out that nigga and shout out that nigga. Boom. I don't know how to say the rest of your name. Boom O'Dale. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. Yeah, shout out them niggas. Shout out them niggas. And shout out all my motherfucking Pisces out there. Shit, what time is it? What is we here for today? I might have missed out on that other one, but I'm here today. I'm here today in the flesh, bitch. I'm here now. What's good? What's really good? Like, the hell? Man, fuck that bullshit. These fucking cybernetic phones. Oh, well, that's something on the camera. Man. But yeah, like, what's up? Why we here today? Why I gather us up here today? What here for? What is we here for today? Okay? Happy motherfucking birthday to all my Pisces out there. Okay? Alright? So let's get into this. Why I bring us here today for? Basically to celebrate a full ass, we getting done with this whole cycle. Like, we at the end of the cycle. We finna start up a whole new cycle. Like, this is what Pisces season is. We at the end of something, finna start some whole new shit. We finna start some whole new shit after this. But yeah, basically I've gathered us up here today So we can basically, I'm just basically giving a basic description and the facts that you would need to know about Pisces, that Pisces energy, and how you can utilize that for your everyday life and what you do for as your purpose or whatnot. But yeah, let me just start by saying, hold up, hold up, hold up. I got something new today, and this time we ready. This time we ready. Like that. Shout out to all my Aquarius as well. I might have missed out on that video just because of issues with technology or whatnot. But yeah, we here today though. We here today. We finna start anew. Like that. Like I just came out with a new version of what the fuck I was doing. That's what Aquarius made me do. I came out with a new version of what the fuck I was doing in the first place, which is these videos. I made my long ass videos into any tiny shorts, like 15 seconds, like 1 minute. Like they're just shorts now. So you could go watch those if you want to. If you so damn please, you could go fucking watch it. But yes, I got a grimoire today. Okay, we got a grimoire. This is the grimoire where all the structured information that I have been needing is. Like I ain't just gonna be talking up my ass now. I actually have something for reference to show. Oh yeah, this is that all that good shit. This is basically I'm gonna be coming across as more organized. Me use my grimoire. Um, but yeah, first thing is talk about Pisces is the rulers and the homes and the rulers. Okay, the home planets and the rulers. So Pisces is ruled in the 12th house. Okay? The 12th house in astrology, that's the last house. That's the last sign. Pisces, that's the last house. Pisces is the last sign of all the zodiacs. Number 12, okay? What is the 12th house? Or what are houses in general? The houses in astrology are just areas in life that we all go through every day. We go through all these houses every day. Like shit. I just got out the 12th house like a couple hours ago. Key, like, let me make it easier for you, is I just fucking woke up earlier. Basically, the 12th house is the area of life of. Actually, I got it down. Actually, um, yeah, this is the area of life of the subconscious realm and everything of the internal place. So basically, the 12th house has everything to do with your dreams, illusions, or dreams, creativity, illusions on the negative side, delusions, and your subconscious realm. So basically, Pisces or the 12th house has everything to do with the subconscious and what you are doing with that. You feel me? So, like the 12th house is just gonna be mushed in to the Pisces archetype. Uh, but planetary wise, it will be. And this shit is all important. We finna get to it in a little bit. Planetary wise, Pisces will be ruled by the planets Jupiter and Neptune. Jupiter and Neptune. Okay, Jupiter and Neptune. Neptune just helps to rule Pisces, or it's a co-ruler. It's not the actual thing that rules Pisces. It's the thing that co-rules Pisces. So it helps to rule Pisces. What actually rules Pisces is Jupiter. The planet Jupiter rules Pisces. What is Jupiter? Jupiter is your motherfucking wisdom, knowledge, experiences, meanings, and reasonings to life, and expansion. And I personally say expansion and contraction. Okay. So basically, Jupiter has everything to do with like just your like experiences, the wisdom you get from those experiences, and the expansion that those experiences will ultimately give to you, or you will ultimately gain from those experiences is expansion. Yeah, basically, Jupiter is just it's just a planet. Like who's the most philosophical, who's the most wisest person. Like it's like that preacher, that preacher energy, that guru energy. Like anybody who got a strong Jupiter, they gonna like come across as they know what the fuck they talk about. Hold up one second. My bad about that, pals. Um, I low-key forgot where I left off because it was lucky a minute ago. But yeah, I'm gonna just recap. I'm gonna just recap. Pisces. Pisces is ruled in the 12th house. The 12th house is the house of dreams, illusions, creativity, um, freaking on the negative side, delusions, and ultimately the subconscious realm. Now all that I was just talking about is gonna be mushed into the Pisces archetype and everything coming up as well. Jupiter, Neptune, those are the planets that is ruled by. It is ruled by the planets Jupiter and Neptune. Neptune is a motherfucking co-ruler, so that just means that it helps rule Pisces. It doesn't automatically mean it doesn't all the way rule Pisces. It just helps to rule Pisces. Um, freaking Jupiter is a planet of wisdom, knowledge, experiences, meanings, and reasonings, and ultimately expansion. And the expansion that you get from the meanings and reasonings from your experiences. So basically, all that stuff is, and last but not least, with the rulers, Neptune, which will be illusions, dreams, creativity, fantasy, and imagination. Okay? On a positive side, you you on a negative side, on a positive side, you are bringing your imagination down to this reality. On a negative side, you are bringing delusions around yourself and others, and motherfucking just being deluded, and you could be looked at as a motherfucking you could be looked at as someone who needs a straight jacket, or an yeah, somebody who needs a straight jacket, somebody who doesn't have it all together up there, or someone who like they just need help. They need help with things. They can't do things by themselves. But that's negatively. Positive is someone who knows how to bring their imagination and bring it to reality. So they know how to bring anything from their imagination and bring it down to reality. Um, and just make whatever it is that they imagine real into this realm. But that like all Pisces are gonna do that, but just in different ways. And some everything has a positive and negative. It can be a positive and negative to even having your imagination come down to this reality. It can be positives and negatives and being in a delusion, but ultimately, a delusion is more negative than just ultimately bringing your imagination down to this reality. Um. Yeah. Yeah. Jupiter. Yeah, Jupiter is just basically like your wisdom, your knowledge, experiences, which your experiences mean. Like how do you extract the meaning from your wisdom and knowledge? That's basically what it is. So this is Jupiter is the planet of like motherfuckers like gurus, like spiritualists, life teachers, philosophers, preachers, all that good shit, all that good shit. I mess with the with Jupiter and its energy, and I mess with I mess with everything about everything. But it's like certain things within Jupiter and Neptune a little bit that I do mess with, and the Pisces constellation. Um, Also, it is exalted in Venus. Now, what is exaltation? Exaltation is just when like from an Earth perspective, it's when a planet is in the highest place, the highest space it could be, which in this case for Venus would be the Pisces constellation. Okay, so from an Earth perspective, every time Venus is in the constellation of Pisces, is in the highest it could possibly be from where we're at. Um, Motherfucking, but yeah, exaltation, like to make it simple, is just like when a planet, it's like a planet just being somewhere where it always wanted to be. It's like you, if you wanted to go somewhere where you always wanted to be and you're finally there. Or the simplest terms, shout out to Soul Group, shout out to my dude Dolo. But yeah, it's exaltation is like for a planet, exaltation is like a little kid being at Disneyland. Um, like you'll be so excited. Like when you actually find out you're going to Disneyland and y'all actually on your way, you'll be so excited to actually go to actually be at Disneyland. That like when you actually get there, you so excited to the point you want to do everything, you want to ride all the rides, you want to try everything, you want to talk to everyone, all types of things. But it can play out in like you get so excited that when you actually hop on, when you actually do get on a couple rides, you actually do eat a couple snacks or whatnot, you actually overexert yourself in that area, and you actually and it forces you to um go back and regroup, or like the little kid at Disneyland, he hopped on a couple rides, ate a couple things, and now he's sick. He throwing up, or like he got tired hecka quick, or fell asleep after a couple things. Like at the end of the day, you super tired or something like that. Um, it can end up like that, but ultimately, exaltation is positive ultimately, but it does give you the chances to overexert your energy. So watch out with that. And how this plays out with Pisces and it being fucking exalted in Venus. What's Venus? What is Venus? Venus is the way you love, appreciate, value the things that you compromise with, the things that you indulge in. Um, so basically, Venus is in its whole totality is a planet of it's the planet of love. It's the planet of how you love and appreciate people, places, and things. It doesn't have to just be a person. Venus represents your relationships, but not just your relationships. It represents relationships as a whole. Okay, so you can have a fucking relationship with your dog. You can have a relationship with your mother. Like it doesn't just have to be a sexual relationship or a male and a female relationship. It's all relationships in general. So friends, family, co-workers, even items, even locations to certain degrees. Um, but yeah, Pisces, uh, Pisces may have a hard time with overindulging or the things that they compromise with. So they Pisces may need to learn how to appreciate in moderation. Like that's a key word, especially when you're dealing with Pisces, especially when you're dealing with a low vibe in Pisces. Moderation. You need to have moderation over the things that you indulge in, over the things that you compromise with. It could be a person, it could be a place, it could be a thing. A lot of the times with this Pisces archetype, it can even play out in drugs. So like that's one thing, especially with Pisces, you do need to watch out for is drugs and indulging in that because you even just being a Pisces like they be like those be a lot of people who have like problems with addiction and problems with um like coping with reality. So these are those people who they like to cope with reality in different ways, such as drugs, such as alcohol, such as smoking pot all the time. But I'm here to tell you, even me to a certain degree, I got a problem. I got a problem with that sometimes. I be smoking a lot sometimes, and sometimes it can get in the way of my daily tasks. But as a uh, as a wise person, I need to know that even though I smoke and it's not bad, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. So if I'm smoking to the degree to where it's getting in the way of my daily task. So let's say if I smoked before this video probably wouldn't be being made right now because I would be busy elsewhere doing some other shit. Probably sleep. I'm not even gonna cap. But yeah, like this is one thing that Pisces in particular need to watch out for. You need to watch out back with that shit. Just because like they are more likely than the average person to have an addictive personality. It's just because of what the fuck we're talking about right now is one, you're exalted in Venus. That's the things that you love, you appreciate, the things that make you feel good, the things that actually make you feel good. To a Pisces, this is gonna make you feel even better. But yeah, and also just them dealing with things like illusions, dreams, creativity, fantasies, and your whole ass imagination, like the and them wanting to experience a whole lot of things, like drugs can be a big negative to Pisces, especially low vibing. Because if you're low vibing, you're not gonna have a sense of moderation. You're not gonna have a you're gonna have a sense of balance, but you're gonna find balance in other ways because Venus also has a lot to do with keeping balance because it is ruled it's ruled in motherfucking Libra. Venus is ruled in Libra and Taurus, so it has a lot to do with keeping balance with things. But just Venus being in Pisces in general, like it's gonna have a hard time with keeping the balance because it wants to over Pisces wants to overindulge in whatever it's doing. Um, but yeah, like these like all the Jupiter signs in general. So this is Pisces and Sagittarius can be escapist or they can have like very escapism mentalities where like this reality that we in this reality can be hard to deal with, especially if you got a lot of water, you got a lot of fire. Like this reality, like I can speak from fucking personal experience, this reality can be hard to deal with, but it's you as whoever you are, especially if you are lacking in that earth quality, it's your job to come up with a new and whole ass creative way of how to structure and foundate yourself in this reality. So that is not escaping this reality. That is not trying to get away from responsibilities. No, that's actually getting up and dealing with your responsibilities in a creative and an imaginary or imaginative manner. Not something that's not in this reality, but something that's new and creative and something that's never been seen before. Um, which Pisces are not gonna have a good time, or Pisces are not gonna have a hard time with that. Bringing something new and creative, something that's never been seen before, into this reality. That's actually a Pisces, that's the Pisces power, is to bring something new and creative from their imagination into this reality. So it looks like something that's new and that has never been seen before. So the Jupiter signs, they're going to be, I ain't going to say they're the closest to God, but they're going to have that sort of energy of like just like whole ass Jupiter is like Saturn and Jupiter is religion. Like Saturn is like your actual religion, like the actual one that you're under. So if you're a Christian, if you're a Muslim, if you're a Jewish person, like it's all that shit. Saturn is like the actual traditions that you guys uphold to even call yourself a Judaist or a Buddhist or a Muslim or a Christian. It's those actual traditions. That's what Saturn is. It's traditions and upholding something. But Jupiter is actually your philosophical points of view, like your broad philosophical points of view about the world, about you and the world around you, and the actual experiences that you are going through in general as a totality, not just your experience as a whole, but the experience of life in general. And that right there is like some god like shit, is you actually experiencing what you came here to experience. But yeah, that's a little bit of a different topic. I once heard someone say, and this is something about Jupiter, that the ninth house is the house where God plays, and the 12th house is where God sleeps. Um, so that's some whole shit on your own. You interpret that how you interpret it. But yeah, like Venus being exalted in fucking Pisces, Pisces may have a hard time with just dealing with the things that they compromise with, the things that they indulge in, the things that they put their time and effort into. So yeah, just watch out. Like it's a good and bad to everything, and in totality, exaltation is ultimately positive, but it's not what you do, it's how you do it. So make sure that you just have a little bit of moderation with whatever you're doing. You ain't gotta do too much. You ain't gotta like restrict yourself from everything. You just gotta just watch out. The falls and debilitations. So it falls in Mercury. It falls in Mercury. Pisces falls in Mercury and is debilitated in Earth. Okay? So, what does that mean? Fall and debilitation. A fall in astrology is just when a planet. Oh, look, you still got some water. It's just when a planet falls, it's just when a planet it doesn't do what it does to its maximum efficiency. It can't do what it does efficiently. Basically, it can't actually do what it does in a normal fashion. So it has to utilize other ways of how to do that. So Mercury is the way that you think, you analyze, you structure thoughts in your head, and it's the actual way that you communicate, what you're communicating about. So Mercury has everything to do with the intellect and just that intellectual energy and being intellectual in general. Um, and debilitation is like the opposite of an exaltation, where it's not like the fall where the planet can't do what it does efficiently, so it has to do it in a different manner. Like a debilitation, like it don't fuck with that sign at all. That planet don't fuck with that sign. It don't fuck with being in that area and location. Like a debilitation is like you being somewhere where you absolutely don't want to be, or like it's like you like having a fucking it's you having a nightmare or some shit. It's like something that you're not trying to be in that. You're not really trying to be in that. So like a negative experience or some shit. It can play out on all types of shit. But with Pisces, yeah, it falls in Mercury and is debilitated in Earth. And fall, like it don't even have to be a negative thing. It's just you do that energy. Did I say my bad? Did I say it falls in Earth? If I did say that, I meant to say it falls in Mercury. It falls in Mercury and is debilitated in Earth. I feel like I might have said it right the first time. But yeah, basically, yeah, like these planets just can't do what they do as efficiently as they would normally do them. Especially Earth and Pisces. Earth really don't fuck with that constellation. Um, but yeah, fucking how it may play out, with Pisces is um it may be hard to express exactly what is going on in the inside, as to may have to as they may have to express via art, song, creation, or teaching. um so basically what I was talking about is Mercury. Mercury is the actual way you think and communicate what's going on or what's going on in your head. Pisces, especially if you have Mercury in Pisces, may they may have a hard time doing that. They may have a hard time actually not with the thinking part, but actually expressing what's going on in their head. It's hard for them to actually speak what's going on in their head. So they have to do it in different ways. So this is where art, song, creation, and teach come in. So they would rather, not even rather, it may be better for them to express in these type of way, whether it's teaching, whether you're creating something, whether you're making some art or a song or some shit. It's best for a Pisces to like express what's going on inside of them in that way, especially if they really going through some shit that they may need to talk about. That's why it's always good for you to have a grimoire, something to write in, or it's good for you to meditate, especially as a Pisces. Especially as a Pisces, I'm not gonna cap. It's good for you to write down what's going on, write down what you dream about. It's good for you to meditate. It's good for you to have good habits, such as eating healthy, such as working out. It's good for you to like put whatever you're thinking about in a creative form. So it could be anything as long as you're creating it. It could be you just drawing pictures all fucking day. It could be you like just writing your thoughts down or writing poems down or writing raps down. It could be anything as long as you're creating it as a form of expressing yourself. This is ultimately good for a Pisces to do because it is hard for them to actually communicate and interpret. It's hard for other people to interpret what's going on within them because they may have a hard time speaking and communicating about what's going on. Um, but yeah, that can go in a lot of different realms. It's ultimately this is either good or bad. It's just how you use it. I know there's a lot of Mercury and Pisces motherfuckers. They already they already just doing this shit because that's just kind of your not natural archetype. Even as a Pisces, they already just doing this shit. They already have forms of art, song, creating, teaching, like all types of shit. Like if you a Pisces, it's good for you to be into that type of shit. Like it's just that like shit. But yeah, the element which I probably should have hopped up on a little earlier. The element Pisces is a water sign. But what makes Pisces different from all the other water signs, which is Cancer and Scorpio, would be it is a mutable water sign. Okay? So what is mutality? And what is water? Mutable water, if water is your emotions and the way you emotionalize your feelings, or the way you handle your emotions in general, then Pisces, which would be mutable water, would be having or changing and adapting, because that's what mutality is, or being mutable is being able to change and adapt to your own or others' ways of how to do something. So Pisces is um changing and adapting at changing and adapting at their own and others' ways of how to emotionalize and connect to the feelings or connect to the emotions. So what Pisces, especially because it's mutable, dealing with other people or whatnot, like Pisces are good. Like they what separates them from the other water signs, which is Cancer and Scorpio, is that it's mutable, and so that they're able to connect to other people's emotions as if they're connecting to their own. They know how to they just know how to connect to motherfuckers' emotions, whether they want to or not. Like that's just what they're gonna do. They're gonna connect to the emotions and feelings of themselves and others. Basically, like these the type motherfuckers, like they walk into the room, when they walk into a room, they automatically just connect. They connected with everything up in that room. So it's not gonna be like on some Leo shit where you walk into a room and everybody notice you or everybody notice that you just walked into the room. It's gonna be more like they walk into a room and they already know what the room is hitting for. They already know what type of energy is going on. They already know how people is acting and reacting, or they already know how people are reacting up in there. They already know like how a motherfucker should be acting in that environment. Like basically with them being the mutable water, like they can come off as very like chameleon like, as in whatever environment that they're in, they know how to take that role. They know how to look like that position. They know how to look like whatever the environment is. So if the environment is a ultimately peaceful environment and where motherfuckers ain't got too much going on, like motherfuckers just chilling, vibing, maybe having a little fun, maybe we could say it's got the music on, people just chilling, vibing, doing whatever. Like Pisces is gonna come into this environment already knowing what's up, already knowing, oh yeah, this that chill environment, this that, oh yeah, we could sit back, vibe, fucking maybe smoke a little bit, maybe drink a little bit. Oh yeah, I know what the shit hitting for. If the environment is like a very aggressive and hostile environment, or very like opposing environment, you can trust and assure that the Pisces is gonna be like, if they're a Pisces that don't really run away from the emotions and feelings, then this is gonna be the Pisces that is the most like aggressive, or the most opposing, or the most fucking like fucking hostile in the room, just because like all these emotions and feelings, they're not just connecting to their own emotions and feelings. How Cancer and Scorpio, they may not give a fuck about another person's emotions and feelings, especially if you're not connected with them emotionally. So especially if you're not like friends or family of theirs, they could give a fuck about your emotions. But a Pisces, they have no other choice but to absorb or be absorbed into someone else's emotions and feelings, because that's what mutable water is. It's you changing and adapting to your own and other ways of how to emotionally feel about whatever's going about the world that you're in, whatever's going on. So yeah, off the top, Pisces gonna have like either like plays out, or this is just, that's just on the Pisces spirit, whether it's a good time or a negative time, you participating in that energy. So if you're the type of, well, water's like, no, with any sign really, if you're the type to run away from that energy, so if you're the type of person who runs away from the emotions and feelings as a Pisces, then ultimately, like even though you're gonna be catching those emotions and feelings regardless, most likely you're gonna be catch, especially if you don't meditate or you don't have a system to like get yourself in check, you're gonna be going through those emotions and feelings in general. So you're gonna be connecting to emotions and feelings in general. But if you're the type that runs away from emotions and feelings, then these are the type of Pisces that you will never catch like outside on their own. You never catch those Pisces like alone. You never catch those Pisces outside. You never catch those Pisces fucking um like you never catch those Pisces just like out and about, because they get overwhelmed by emotions and feelings, which everybody can, that can happen to even a fucking high vibing Pisces. Is that's a common trait, is getting overwhelmed by emotions and feelings from time to time. Not all the time, but from time to time, yeah, you maybe get overwhelmed by emotions and feelings. But if you're the type that runs away from emotions and feelings, then you are you're fucking, you like, you being hit like with that shit like a motherfucking train. You're getting hit with that shit like regardless, just because it's the Pisces archetype, you catching other people's emotions and feelings or whatnot. um what the fuck was the point? Yeah, Pisces, mutable water, being able to change and adapt to their own and others' ways to connect to the emotions. But yeah, essentially, you just need to like watch out. Like this is the reason why it's important. It's extremely important for you as a Pisces. If you're a Pisces watching this video, you need to meditate. It's not something that oh yeah I could try. That's something that people do. No, you a Pisces. You need to meditate. You need to have spirituality. You need to have some sort of spiritual system that you can go to so you can be whole, or you can be yourself. So a lot of Pisces may run to religion, especially if you're low vibing, or atheism. Yeah, if you're low vibing, but like in general, you don't need none of that shit. You need your damn self, and you need to know yourself. That's really what it is, especially if you're a Pisces. Which, I ain't even gonna lie, as a Pisces, most Pisces already understand this shit. Most Pisces are already spiritual. Most Pisces already, like, the shit that I'm talking about, they already up on this shit. So I ain't even gotta do way too much talking, but yeah. So Pisces, yes, like I'm gonna reiterate this shit. You need to watch out with the emotions and feelings, because you're not only just catching your own emotions and feelings, you're also catching the emotions and feelings of the environment. So you're catching other people's, other entities, emotions and feelings. So this can easily overwhelm anybody. But if you're not strong as a Pisces, if you don't know how to swim as a Pisces, and I'm talking about internal, if you don't know how to swim as a Pisces, like you're gonna drown, and like you or you and everyone around you is not gonna fuck with it. And everyone around you, they not gonna fuck with that, and you just gonna seem like you need fucking help, like serious help. You need You need real help. Like you need help. Like go get a psychiatrist or some shit. Um, so yeah, Pisces need to watch out with that shit because that's one of the main things that will probably make, other than the you being stuck in your imagination or illusions or delusions or some shit like that. This is the other thing that will make a Pisces seem like they need a motherfucking straitjacket. Like that's a key word with them fucking Pisces, especially the below vibing ones. Straitjacket. No, I'm just playing on this shit. Shout out all my Pisces out there. Shit, yeah, I'm messing with y'all. But yeah, that's just kind of what makes Pisces the Pisces a little different than the other water signs. Is that they deal with other people's emotions and feelings as well as their own. So that's what also makes them strong too. If they high vibing, Pisces are strong motherfuckers for sure, and they for sure motherfuckers that you like. You really you're not trying to mess with them. They more like people. Oh yeah, I'm glad I got this motherfucker on my side type shit. You feel me? But yeah, let's talk about the negatives real quick. I'm almost done. Let's talk about the negatives real quick, okay? Shout out to that nigga Dolo. Shout out to Soul Group, okay? The negatives. Evil motherfucking thoughts, okay? Pisces can suffer from like negative or just plain out just evil thoughts. Thoughts that you and and the world around us, we all know that you shouldn't be having them thoughts, but you be getting them anyway. But yeah, like the thing with thoughts in Pisces, the weird thing with thoughts in Pisces is that like sometimes Pisces, like they're so much in their internal realm, they so much in they so much in the fucking, I don't know, I damn free. They so much in the spiritual realm. They so much in the fucking internal realm. They so much in the subconscious. They so much in the subconscious realm that sometimes when they get thoughts that come to them, they may confuse thoughts for emotions. So, like if you confusing thoughts for emotions, like it can be more likely for you to act those thoughts out. So Pisces, like, and this is the reason why right here. I've once heard before I was into astrology. I once heard that Pisces is like they're the most likely signs to be incarcerated or be like locked up or go to jail or some shit like that. They're the most likely signs to like some shit like that to happen to them. But it's just because like off top you getting evil thoughts, you getting negative thoughts, and you confusing your emotions, like a low vibing Pisces confusing their emotions or confusing their thoughts for emotions, and that makes them more likely to act those out. Like you'll go on the internet and you'll see motherfuckers talk about, if you look up Pisces, you'll see motherfuckers talk about Pisces like, oh, they so sweet. Oh, they so innocent. Oh, Pisces is so nice. Pisces is like, they so kind that they can be easily manipulated. They so fucking like they so nice they can be seen as naive. Nah. That's some Pisces. Yeah, I ain't gonna say that's not true. Yeah, that's ultimate. Yeah, it's true. Cause why would so much motherfuckers be talking like that? But really, like Pisces is like no, it's not none of that. Pisces takes the look and takes the shape and the look of the environment, especially if they're high vibing like that. They take the look and the vibe of the environment. So if the environment is ultimately peaceful, if the environment is ultimately like friendly and nice, then chances is, especially if they was growing up with that energy, chances is they gonna be nice, they gonna be kind, they gonna be naive to a certain degree. They gonna be more likely to be taken advantage of than other people. But at the same time, if you got Pisces, which there's a lot of people like motherfuckers in the hood, motherfuckers who grew up in the hood, where the environment is ultimately not very nice. The environment ultimately isn't very kind, and it's some real world ass shit. Then you gonna get what's gonna come out is a real world ass Pisces that actually knows like motherfuckers can take advantage because yeah, ultimately because Pisces is water, Pisces is a water sign, they're automatically gonna have care for other individuals. But if you fucking take that and them already knowing that they can be nice, they can be very soothing and healing individuals, but you actually throwing the real world at them, you gonna get a cold ass motherfucker. You gonna get a hard ass motherfucker. And since Pisces is the last sign of the zodiacs, like they also have the ability to play the traits of all other 12 different signs. So it's sometimes it'd be hard to pin down that Pisces energy, but ultimately that's what makes them like a lot that's what makes them powerful is that they have all that energy just tapped into one being. um but yeah, y'all need to watch out. Y'all need to watch out with the motherfucking evil thoughts. You ain't gonna watch out with the motherfucking evil thoughts and trying to make them shits real. No, Pisces be trying to make their emotions real. uh the problem with the opposite, which is Virgo, like Virgos may try to make their thoughts real or whatever they're thinking about. They may try to make that shit real. But Pisces ultimately makes their, especially because they confuse their emotions for their thoughts, they try to make their emotions real. So, need that burp real quick. I'll probably cut that out. So with a Pisces and them automatically just having evil thoughts and shit like that, and them trying to make their emotions real and them confusing their emotions for their thoughts for emotions, it can play out like the motherfucker in the hood, a motherfucker up in the hood, like, and you fucking this Pisces, he grew up in a more dangerous environment. He grew up in a more fucking like hostile type environment, or an environment where if something happens to you or somebody disrespects you, it's it's automatically you gotta go off on that motherfucker, or a fight's gonna happen or some shit like that. Yeah, if a Pisces already done grew up in that sort of environment, and you or just this is a random situation. This is just a situation that I thought of, right? Like they already grew up in a dangerous type environment and shit, and an environment where shit can just go left like that, right? And you say or do something to this Pisces in your head, it wasn't nothing to you, like it wasn't really nothing, like you probably like complimented the Pisces shoes or some shit, and then or this individual like complimented the Pisces shoes, and then the Pisces just start going off on you or some shit like that, just straight like beating your ass, straight just like going off out of nowhere, like, and it just got you looking like, bro, why the fuck you do that shit for? Like, it wasn't even like that. And that motherfucker, I just complimented your motherfucking shoes. No, in the Pisces head, they dealing so much with the emotions and feelings, like it could have ended up like this in the Pisces head, like, oh no, this motherfucker just Oh, this motherfucker just said something about my shoes. Man, I know I done had these shoes for like fucking 10 years plus. These shoes done been through some shits. These shoes done been through all types of ups and downs and shit. Oh no, this motherfucker trying to talk shit. No, this motherfucker trying to be sly with it. Boom. Like you feel me? It could be shit like that. Like where the Pisces, like they ain't really know. You genuinely like fucking. Oh, you genuinely like fuck with my shoes. You genuinely fuck with the look of my shoes and shit. No, they too much in their head to the point where motherfucker. Oh, you probably used to just say that shit so you could fucking talk shit. Oh hell no, like you feel me? But it can play out in like all type of different like scenarios. This is just a scenario of Pisces like making their negative thoughts real. Like the negative thought was, oh, this motherfucker, they low key, no, they low key just trying to talk. They trying to talk shit by acting nice, and yeah, it manifests in like some shit like that. That's them making their emotions real. They felt like, oh, you just saying that for some other shit. Like you feel me? They be trying to make their emotions real, but it's just like that can play out in so many different scenarios, good or bad. Like it could play out in like this an easy one. Like fucking a girl like the Pisces. I'm looking at this from a male perspective. Like a girl fucking like she look at you a certain way, or she like fucking like you walk you like you just like kind of noticed her. She kind of like she looked like she tooting her booty out or some shit. This is more like some Scorpio shit, but this was giving a little like the Pisces gonna think, oh yeah, oh she trying to fuck. She trying to fuck, get that female alone. Or like, hey, what's up, babies? I saw you was looking at me earlier. I saw what you was doing earlier. Like, and we're like, oh, who the fuck is you? What the fuck type of shit? Like that's the Pisces energy in general. Like that's the Pisces shit in general. You thought somebody was coming at you in one way, but they was coming at you in a whole different way though. Like that's kind of how that shit play out. But shit, like they can be seen straight up as like crazy or delusional or like fucking psychos or some shit. You feel me? Like that Pisces energy, just from the fact that it's the last sign of their zodiac, so they have all that energy just mixed into one sign. Yeah, they can be looked at as like fucking crazy, delusional. They can be looked at as like, what the fuck are you spouting on about? Like that type of shit. Really, Pisces can be seen as they need a straight jacket, especially if you low vibing as a Pisces. Yeah, you may be looked at as you need a motherfucking straight jacket. Relationships are ultimately bad with the Pisces archetype. Relationships are ultimately negative in a Pisces archetype. Okay, so basically how it plays out. Even though I was talking about Venus is exalted in fucking Pisces, and Venus is the sign of relation, or the planet of relationships and shit like that. That is ultimately the reason why relationships are ultimately negative in a Pisces life, is because that exalted Venus, they will have no problem giving all of themselves for one thing, or they'll have no problem giving all of themselves to you, not expecting anything in return. But if they do this too much, if anybody does this too much, you giving too much of yourself for nothing in return, it's gonna just play out negative. It's gonna just play out fucked up. It's gonna play out and you feel like you're being used. It's gonna play out and you feel like you're being manipulated. It's gonna play out and you feel like you putting in so much, but the other person ain't really putting in nothing. But that's just the Pisces archetype in general. Is them, they giving up themselves with not expecting nothing in return. That's just kind of how they are, type of deal. They can be the type of people who they do shit just straight up, like the niceness from their kind hearts. You feel me? They sometimes, some Pisces, they can just straight do some shit from the kindness of their motherfucking heart. But you also gotta be aware that that's not what type of world we in. Like Pisces need to understand that like the world that they is in is different from the world that everybody else is in, type of deal. Like sometimes Pisces, they ain't in reality sometimes. Like it could be that it's like that sometimes, just straight up. Like Pisces need, like especially Pisces need all the water signs, but really Pisces needs Earth. Pisces need Earth in their motherfucking life. Now I didn't even talk about the debilitation of Earth, but this video going on to an hour, so I gotta hurry up. Bad habits. We was already talked about that. You have a hard time with overindulging with shit. So this can ultimately turn into bad habits. That is a negative archetype of Pisces, is bad habits. You learn how to get out your bad habits. Like that's it. That's all. Like if you got a bad habit where you are aware it's a bad habit, you already know you need to get out that shit. Oh yeah, this one ain't this one ain't ultimately negative, but it is still slightly a negative though. Is that I see this shit all the time. I see this shit. I see this shit for sure. Can look like an air sign. Can look like an air sign. Can be perceived as an air sign, especially the high vibing ones, because they like. It's like you feel good type shit. You want to express that. Like they can look like an air sign without even being an air sign or without even having air up in there. Fucking yeah, Pisces could just straight be. It's really that fact that they're like the Pisces constellation is like all the constellations. It has all that Pisces constellation has the energy of all the rest of the constellation. So the first house, second house, third house, fourth house, fifth house, sixth house, etc. They have all that. They have all that energy just mixed into one. So I noticed, especially with the guys, it'd be hard to tell a Pisces. Like it'd be hard to tell. Like if you really into this shit and you know how to actually interpret before you even get to know somebody, oh, what sign they is. Pisces, it's hard to do that shit. And Aries, it's hard to do that shit. Like just decipher what sign they is just based off their actions alone. Hey, that shit is hard. And it's one of the reasons they can look like a motherfucking air sign. They look like they talk too much. Like that's how it be sometimes. They look like they talk too much. Sometimes. Like which is not, it's not ultimately negative, but it can be seen as a negative thing because you're not an air sign. You're not an air sign, so it's kind of negative. Pisces. Pisces is good at the subconscious and can be more aware of that than they need. Can be more aware of that. They need to find a balance between that. But since they are in that realm, they are also good at helping others with that. Pisces is the dreamy dreamers. Give it there, yeah, we did it. It's still like an hour long though. I ain't gonna cap. Like the notes just give me like, it's easier for me to talk about one thing with the notes. Like before, I would just be going off about whatever was up in my head, which I would try to get all the information out that I had in my head. But this makes it easier to get the information out. But it just like I get confident though, and it makes me talk more. But yeah, Pisces is the dreamy dreamer. Okay, but yeah, the shit that I was talking about earlier, yeah, Pisces can be so good at the subconscious realm. They can get so good at it to the point where they they can help other people with the subconscious realm, or they can help other people with their flunked outness in life. They can help other people out with their creativity and their imagination. They can help other people out with just seeing the meaning or extracting the meaning and reasoning out of life, extracting the meaning and reasoning out of their experiences or dreams or knowledge. They could be good at that just because that's the realm that they're in. They're already in the subconscious realm. So subconscious things come natural to them. It's like they already know a bit about the subconscious. So sometimes it can be seen as they know how to subconsciously tap into you. You feel me, and help you out with that realm. Like if you flunked out if you flunked out with your with your dreams or some shit, chances is, especially if if that Pisces is high vibing, like they high vibing like spiritually, like they just they on their path and they don't really need shit from the external realm to know who they is. Yeah, these be the main individuals who, damn, I need a burp, goddamn. That shit was not trying to come out. But yeah, Pisces can be the main individuals who, like, they're seen as kind of a guru type motherfucker where they can help you out with shit internally. They can help you out with your internal realm. They can help you out with your emotions and feelings. If you're flunked out in your emotions and feelings, if you got a good Pisces around you, if you got a strong Pisces around you, chances is, yeah, they'll be able to help you real good. And probably they probably wouldn't even be able to try, depending on the person. Probably wouldn't even need to try to help you. Especially in the times we're in right now, they just probably just need to be they natural selves. Especially if they're a good person, they just need to be their natural self, and they help you in all types of ways. Because Pisces are they're all the water signs except for Scorpio a little bit. Like it depends with Scorpio, but all the water signs, like they're very healing. They're very like nurturing. They're very giving. Because what is water? Water is the shit that we all need. That shit. We all living things need water. All living things need. Oh, let's take a picture. I was going to try to flip the camera around because it's like a picture of fucking ice and mountains. I was going to use it for a reference as fucking water. But yeah, all living things need water in this existence that we are in. If you're a living thing, you got water inside you. That's it. That's all. So yeah, like as human beings, we need water. So water is just here to help. For real, for real. Water is here to help you. Like you need emotions and feelings for your shit. Like you need emotion for shit. Like if you really yeah, you could go through this world without a lot of emotion. Like be very cutthroat or be very business like or a boss like mentality. But ultimately, yeah, you need emotions and if you're emotionalist, you gonna like it's gonna be a day where the emotions come crash into you like a fucking brick wall. Like so that's why it's always good to actually know your emotions and if you need help with it, get help with it. Whether you help yourself or you get help. Like it's always good to if you need help, actually get that shit. You feel me? That's what motherfuckers like us is for. That's what all motherfuckers is really for real, for real. Like motherfuckers like me, hey, it be like that, shit. But yeah, last but not least, medical astrology. Now, medical astrology is just the practice of like uh which each house or what each sign represents on the body. Okay, from the head all the way down to the motherfucking toes. Can you guess what body part represents motherfucking Pisces? I'll give you a couple seconds. The 12th house or the sign of Pisces represents the feet. Okay? It represents the feet externally, but internally, the feet represent the thing that's grounding our imagination, that's grounding our subconscious realm or our subconscious body to this realm, to the yang realm, to this external world. Like your feet is the thing that grounds you into this world. So you see how in depictions of ghosts, they ain't got no feet a lot of the time. It's because ghosts aren't something that are catered to this reality. Ghosts are something that are catered to the subconscious or the internal realm, which we all have. Um, but yeah, basically, in medical astrology or the zodiac sign actually representing the feet or the zodiac sign actually being two fish is just an allegory to us being able to ground our world, because the world isn't just the world. The world is a collection of worlds coming together to make one big world. And if world is another word for mind, your mind is your motherfucking world. Okay? So with Pisces and the Pisces constellation, Pisces are here to put their feet on the ground. They're here to ground their world in this reality. They're here to ground their dreams, imaginations, fantasies, or even illusions into this reality, into this world. Bring your world down to this world. Um, and that's what makes Pisces powerful. And that's basically what Pisces is all about. That will be it for my Pisces zodiac video. Congratulations and happy birthday to all my Pisces out there. I hope you have a good, a safe, and just a fantastic, fabulous motherfucking birthday or solar return or whatever you want to call it. Everybody, I just hope everybody have a good rest of the year so we can have a better next year.